Happy Monday! Welcome back to Drinking by My Shelf. I have got a very special guest with me today.
That's me!
So I'm kind of giving myself a day off for this one.
Quite right.
I made a video about a year ago called Making My Sister BookTube for Me, where I couldn't be bothered to make a video, so I just kind of fannied around in the background cooking a pizza, and Sophie told everyone what she'd been reading, and it was great. So I'm doing it again.
Quite right too. And talking about fannying around in the making a pizza, this morning she was fannying around making some bread.
Yeah, I was. You made that video will already have gone live. I will link to it below.
I know. And wasn't it amazing? Well, I don't know actually.
We don't know yet.
Because at this stage...
the bread hasn't come out yet. We
we're
don't
only
know.
halfway through. Anything could have happened.
Anything could have happened. But I've brought Daddy Oulton on today to do two things.
Yes.
One, tell you all what he's been reading and be the actual booktuber. And two, quiz me, do a game, a Latin game.
Yeah.
Because you may not know, but Daddy Oulton is also a YouTuber sensation. He has a YouTube channel called... Do you remember what it's called?
Yeah, it's called... So you... I just forgot for one moment. So you really want to learn Latin?
Yeah, so you really do.
Obviously.
So we're making two videos today, this one, and then I'm going to go and guest star on his channel and try and learn some deponent verbs.
Yeah, and we've had trouble with her before.
I know, I'm not very good at Latin.
So, and she's not getting any better. That's the worry. But only because she's not following the course religiously like she should be.
I know, okay. Well, you should all follow the course
Shouldn't you
religiously.
just?
I will link below to that video, which will also be live, where you'll watch me being bad at Latin, and then you can go and follow. He has a whole course from the beginning.
Yeah.
If you've never done Latin before in your whole life, just start from video one.
And she could be good. She so could
I
be
followed
good.
along halfway, I just not all the way up to scratch.
Would we say half?
I'll get there. But at the time of filming,
Yes.
I checked, you are 21 subscribers away from 1,000.
Right.
By the time this goes up, you probably would have hit it. But just
Crack
in case,
on.
go over and subscribe. Get him to 1,000.
Yeah.
Right. Why am I so much taller than you? Is it because I'm sitting on my feet?
It's because you're sitting on your feet.
Okay, do you want to start with your quiz?
Okay.
Or start with your books?
Well, I think I'd better start with my quiz.
Okay.
And you'll find out why in a minute.
Because there's going to be some spoilers.
Well, one of the
Okay.
spoilers is in the quiz.
Okay.
So, now this quiz is for those of you with a love of words. Now, everyone loves words.
Yeah.
Particularly people who like reading books. And I love words, and I particularly like words correctly used. And that's because I love Latin.
Yeah.
And so much of English comes from Latin. And so, anyone with a sort of modicum of knowledge of words and how they are formed and so on should be able to do this quiz,
Okay.
even if they haven't done all of my Latin course.
Okay.
And I'm looking at one such person here. Heavens above. Now then, I have here some books which I believe I know you've read all of these books.
Okay.
Who knows?
Who knows?
If your friends and family out there have read them.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, I think probably you should read
All
most of these because,
Okay, cool.
yeah. Okay, now in no particular order,
Mm-hmm.
this one should be easy.
So I don't think we've actually said what you've done here is you've translated book titles into Latin.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I've whizzed through the bookshelf, finding books which I could put into Latin.
Yeah.
There were a whole load of books. I thought, I don't know the Latin for any of that stuff.
Okay.
And in fact, when I went into your room just now, I was looking at your teenage snogs and getting... what's that thing called?
Angus thongs and full frontal snogging.
I didn't know the
Do you
Latin,
know the Latin for
any of
snogging?
that. So I don't know. And then there's a whole series of these books. And I thought, well, maybe
Do you know
some
the
of...
Latin for knocked out by my nunga nungas?
No, you see, I didn't. So I thought, okay, I'll just quietly come back out again.
Surely
Okay.
you know the Latin for it's okay I'm wearing really big knickers. What do they teach you on this Latin course?
It's true, yeah. We may have just removed anyone's desire to sign up to my Latin course because I don't teach you how to do any of that full frontal
Maybe
stuff.
that should be a video you do next. Is
Yeah,
you go
maybe.
and get your Latin dictionary out and figure out how to say knocked out by my nunga nungas.
Yeah, but somehow I lost the will to live.
Okay. Right, let's do the quiz.
Okay, so, fingers on the buzzers. So I'm going to just give you the title of the book in Latin. If you struggle, which you shouldn't with some of these, but who knows, I'll then give you a clue about the author.
Okay.
Question number 1, this is a nice easy peasy one. Trace horae.
Okay, so I'm guessing, because you said that there was going to be a spoiler.
You see, she's already seen the spoiler.
that this book called 3 Hours
Yeah.
is going to be Trace horae.
Very nice. Okay.
Thank you very much. 1 point.
1 out of 1. Number 2. Parvae feminae.
Feminae is either hungry or a feast. Hungry,
Interesting.
like famine.
Interesting.
Neither?
Neither. Because that, if it was spelled F-A-M, that would just be an English word you're thinking I've mispronounced.
Okay.
Now think...
So how's it spelled?
F-E-M-I-N-A.
Feminae. So that's going to be women. Feminine.
Feminine.
This is the trick with Latin, is that all our words were theirs in the first place.
Exactly.
So feminae, feminine,
Cultural
women.
appropriation.
Cultural appropriation.
See?
Very good.
I'm on it.
Okay, what was the first bit? Parvae.
Yeah.
Parv. So it's an adjective, women. Parvae, women.
Yeah.
Okay.
And really, there is no English word that we get from this. So all my stuff about how useful Latin is...
It was just a complete
In
sack
this-
of lies.
In this case, it was a complete sack of lies. No, I see no etymological benefit from having learnt Latin for this.
Okay.
Parvae. Okay. It was one of the first adjectives taught in my Latin
Oh,
course.
okay. Well, come on then, Emma. You can do it.
So it is a very common adjective. It's just it doesn't sound like the English word. Okay, here we go. So my clue on the author, some people have names where the middle name
Yeah.
is kind of part of the first name. You don't ever refer to them just by their first name. We have a sister-in-law called Annie Lou.
You have a sister-in-law.
Yeah,
I have an aunt.
I do. She doesn't.
Okay.
She has an aunt called
Yeah.
Annie Lou.
Okay.
And although some people do call her Annie, in fact most people that's like
It's not a great example. Not a classic anecdote.
not a classic anecdote. But you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anne Louise
Yeah.
actually is her name. It's
Yeah.
Anne Louise. It
Yeah.
isn't. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a double name, a double first name.
Yeah, except that it's not the same as Anne Louise at all because these really are just two names. But I've only ever heard her referred to with both of them.
And then there's a surname on top.
And there's a
So there's
surname
name,
on top.
name, surname.
Exactly right. And you love this book.
Do I?
When you were quite young, you liked this book.
It's Little Women.
Little Women.
Louisa May Alcott.
Exactly. Am I right? Do you only ever call her
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard her called Louisa Alcott.
No, definitely not. But what's interesting, if you'd watched my video on Louisa May Alcott, she actually preferred just to be called Louis.
Well, there we go. That was a long time ago, that video, wasn't it? That's not a recent video. That was about a year
About a
ago.
year ago, yeah.
Yeah, you see, look at that. I'm on it. I can even date the time at which I didn't watch the video. Okay, question number 3.
Yeah.
It's a book, obviously,
Mhm.
but it's not a novel.
Okay.
That's my clue.
Okay.
Okay.
Got a clue before I even got the test.
Yeah. So it's Terminum Itineraris.
The Terminator.
What was that film we watched? We watched a film last night. Was it last night or no before last?
It was Die Hard.
Die Hard. Have you seen Die Hard? We've never seen Die Hard.
It was good. It wasn't the Terminator.
It wasn't the Terminator. I haven't seen that either. But Die Hard is brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the book. Terminum Itineraris.
Okay. Is it Road Ends?
No, but you're absolutely on the right.
Okay. So
Sort of.
Terminum's going to be the end.
Yeah, very good.
Is it Journey's End?
Nice.
So itinerus, your itinerary.
Thank you.
For your journey.
Exactly. And the termination for the, terminum and itineraris, both good examples of why Latin is so important. Okay, next one. Carmen avis.
Okay, so Carmen is like sweet or song. Carmen.
But those two are not even remotely the same.
No, I know, but it's one of them.
Yes, it is.
It's song.
It is.
Carmen is song. What was the second bit?
Avis.
Avian flu. Bird song.
Avian flu. Written by?
Sebastian Fawkes.
Very nice. Okay, on to the next one. Now, this is easy, and it's unlucky that it's easy, because you'll only guess it because it's easy,
Okay.
not because you've worked it out.
Okay.
Liberi Jocastai.
The Children of Jocasta.
Yeah, and that's sad because...
I wouldn't have guessed libri.
No, what would you think it
book.
meant? Exactly. So there are two Latin words. There's liber, which means a book.
Mm.
And then there is liber, but used in the plural, liberi. Not libri, but liberi. And it means children.
How weird. Why?
Well, because they're free. They are your free sort of offspring.
Weird.
Okay, next one. Vita post vitam.
Life After Life.
By?
Kate Atkinson?
Very good indeed.
Yeah, I haven't read it. But Vita, spelt Vita,
Yes.
I know means life.
Good.
Post, your post-lunch nap.
Yes.
After.
Your post comes through the letterbox.
Your post comes through the letterbox after someone's posted it. So the post means after. And then
Exactly.
back to Vita again.
Back
But this
to-
time Vitam,
Yeah.
because it's the object. Subjects and objects are a thing in Latin. You can learn about them from his video.
They are, and this was neither a subject nor an object. This was an accusative case used after a preposition.
You'll learn about that too.
Yeah.
If you watch the video.
Yeah, but actually that's very important. Prepositions. People get confused about them in English.
Yeah.
When they say, should I say, after I or after me? Which is it?
After you. You never say after me. That's rude.
Well, give it to me off. I will read that book off. Yeah, we'll come back. Right, next one. Advena in ponte.
Okay. Ponte is a bridge.
Yeah.
And in weirdly means on. I know it can mean in or on. So it's something on the bridge. What was the first bit?
Advena.
Adwena. So I've got a guess, but not based on Adwena, just because I know that we have a book called The Stranger on the Bridge.
And that is the
And
one.
that is the
I
one.
have chosen. Written
And-
by?
Johnny Benjamin.
Quite correct.
Adwena. Why does Adwena mean stranger?
Yeah. Well, advenio means to arrive, to come. So someone who has arrived, someone who has
Okay.
come. Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Soror parva.
Okay, parva I just learnt is little.
Yeah, she does at least
I do listen.
listen.
Soror, from sorority fame, is a sister.
Yes,
I'm guessing there's a book called Little Sister.
there is indeed. Do you
I've
know
read
who
it.
it's by?
Yeah, she lives in the Isle of Wight, doesn't she? Didn't we meet her on a ferry? I haven't read her book yet, though. Isabel Ashdown.
Very nice indeed.
Very good at authors' names.
Okay. Mors apud nilum.
Interesting. Is Neelam with a capital N?
Yes, it is.
Is it Nile?
It is.
Is it Murder on the Nile?
It is. Well, it's not murder on the Nile.
Oh, I was thinking more Death on the Nile. Moors, mortuary, death.
Yeah.
What was the middle bit? Apud.
Apud, yeah. So that means it's like chez in French. Sort of
At the house of
at
the
the
Nile.
house. Yeah. Okay, now another one, which you've done most of the work for this, so she listens, which is good. Septem sorores.
Okay, so sisters. Septem, the 7 sisters. Lucinda Riley.
Very good indeed. And it's not by Lucinda Riley, is it? Well, if it is, I wrote it down wrong.
Did you?
I wrote Margaret Drabble.
It may well be. There's also a book called The 7 Sisters by Lucinda Riley.
Interesting.
I haven't read either.
There must be 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? What's happening now? So as if we just slightly moved position, my camera died. And you'd forgotten to actually finish writing the quiz. So we're back in.
Yeah. In the outtakes bit, there'll be what I wrote here
Okay.
as my prompt. Okay, next one. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ubi cor palpitabat.
Is it where the crawdads sing?
No, it's not.
But ubi is where.
Yeah.
Cor, spelt,
C-O-R.
and then palpitabat.
Palpitabat.
Is it sort of a heart beats?
Yes,
Where
it-
the heart beats. Is that a book?
No, palpitabat. Not palpitat, but
Was beating.
Thank you.
Where the heart was beating.
And there are 2 ways of translating the imperfect tense in Latin. There's was beating or
Had been.
no, used to beat.
Used to beat. Where the heart used to beat.
Yes.
What's that?
That's a book by Sebastian Faulks.
Ah, never heard of it.
Where the heart used to
Where the
beat.
heart used to beat. Very good.
Thank you very
What was
much.
your
I
prompt?
put ubi cor, and then I couldn't remember beats, so I put Bangar bat.
Where the heart used to bang.
Okay, I've got a couple more.
Okay.
Are you ready for Centum Aestates?
Centum 100.
Yep. Now this, I think you just need to know that Aestas is the Latin for summer.
100 summers.
Yeah, very interesting. And it's by Vanessa Branson.
Ah, okay.
And it's her first novel. And it's is it a novel? It's a story of her life.
Cool.
And I think it'll be really interesting.
100 summers.
100 summers.
Centum I knew was 100 because
Yeah.
like century.
Exactly. And then finally, to wrap this up,
Okay.
how's your Shakespeare? Are you good
Mine?
at Shakespeare? Okay, let's see. Yes.
I hope it's Romulus et Juliet.
Which is not.
Okay.
I've gone for the ones where it isn't blindingly obvious. So it's not Macbethus or Hamletus. Okay. But they start easy, they get harder. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Number 1. Mercator Venetiae.
The Merchant of Venice.
Very good. The Mayor of
The
Casterbridge.
Mayor of Casterbridge.
Now, we told you that Aestas meant summer.
Uh-huh.
Okay? That's my only clue.
A Midsummer Night's Dream. Oh.
Fabula Hiemis.
A Winter's Tale.
Very good.
Fabula, like fable, tale.
Very
And
nice.
Hiemis, not a fucking clue, but you were talking about summers, so...
The
probably
opposite of
winters.
Aestas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this one is pretty easy. Tempestas.
The Tempest.
Very good. Ut id amas.
As you like it.
Very nice.
Amo, amatamat, first thing you learn.
Tis.
Means love or like.
Yeah, very good. And finally, omnia bene quae bene terminant.
All's good that all's well that ends well.
Yeah.
Omnia, all.
Yeah.
Bene.
Well.
Then what was the rest of the things you said?
Quae
Sure, that, probably.
bene terminant.
The Terminator ends bene.
Yeah.
All's well that ends well.
Very good
Just
indeed.
like this quiz.
Fantastic.
Huzzah!
And so if you get the scores on the doors, you'll find she got 1 or 2 points.
It's not loads of points.
Loads of points.
Well, thank you for my quiz.
Not at all.
That was very fun.
Yeah. Now, talking about Trace Horai,
Yeah.
I've just started this book. I was going to say my little sister read it, and she read it all night. She was so scared.
You mean your daughter?
She's
my
actually
little
my
sister.
daughter, her little sister.
You're so confused who's related
I
to
know.
you.
So this is a thriller. If you haven't read it, apparently it's really,
I haven't read it.
yeah, it's gripping.
Are you gripped so far?
I am gripped so far. Though I'm going to say, Rosamund, and, you know, far be it from me, because you've won loads of prizes and awards and so on, I've got to question your use of the semicolon. So the very first sentence, okay, begins, a moment of stillness, semicolon, as if time itself is waiting, comma, can no longer be measured. I know it's kind of, you know, tense.
I think it's giving you a rhythm. A moment of stillness, semicolon. It tells you the amount of time to pause for your moment of stillness.
Moment of stillness, as if time itself is waiting, comma, can no longer be measured.
Yeah, but, you know, novels use language in interesting ways.
I'm told this the whole time. People say Latin, they're dead. They've been dead for 2,000 years. But at the time, they were jolly good at things like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, but I'm enjoying, I don't want to be rude, because it's a great book. I want your editor's name and phone number, because I just want to sort out, you know, I love semicolons.
Yeah, they're good.
I love commas. But I do like a syntactical structure which is coherent and correctly functioning.
He's really fun at parties.
Okay, so that I'm sure is going to be good. And the other
What's it
book,
about?
well, I don't know. Oh, do you want to know?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I haven't read it.
No, don't give spoilers. Just what's it roughly about?
Oh, it's about 3 hours during which a school in Somerset, England, I have to say that because you've got such an international audience, goes into lockdown because some shooters, you know, gunmen people arrive, and they get into the school, and the school goes into lockdown, and children are locked in the gym and in the theatre and the pottery room. And gradually, during the 3 hours, the book only lasts 3 hours, but it is the 3 hours during which the shootings begin. And
Yikes.
there are lots of twists.
Okay.
Just when you think you know who the killers are, oh my God, they're not.
Yeah. Well, terrifying.
Yeah, so that, I'm going to read it in 3 hours.
Okay, good luck. Get set,
she
go.
probably wrote it in 3 hours. No.
That's why she got her semicolons mixed up.
And the other book that I have come pretty much to the end of is Black and British, which you recommended in a recent thing. I just didn't know half this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really interesting. The thing I just realised that at school they didn't teach us is England's involvement in the slave trade.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely horrific. I think in England we do have this weird feeling that it was the Americans who had slaves and we were the good guys trying to tell them not to.
That's
and William
what I
Wilberforce, he was British and he stopped slavery.
Yeah.
But actually, the Brits they didn't quite invent the slave trade, but they thought that's a good trade and then really nailed it.
And then all of that empire stuff everyone's so proud of.
Yeah.
I was just all founded on the slave trade.
Yeah. So not good, actually. Yeah. Well done, the author David Olusoga.
Yes.
Really interesting book.
That's the end.
So that's about it, really.
About it.
2 good books.
Yeah.
1 good language.
Yeah.
The model pupil.
Thank you very much.
Who did even during the course of this little session, she picked up some things.
Yeah, there you go. If you want to see me getting more things wrong, that was my easy quiz. My much harder quiz is going to be over on So You Really Want to Learn Latin. Links below. Go over and subscribe, watch from the beginning.
Exactly.
Be better at Latin than me.
Much better. Would not be hard.
And we'll see you next time.
We jolly will.
Goodbye.